against the West. First up, Los Angeles, where the division-leading Dodgers own one of the best home records in baseball. Gio Gonzalez matches up with Brett Anderson in the opener from Chavez Ravine. It's a big road trip for the Nats. It starts at Dodger Stadium, not far from downtown L.A. It'll be Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Denver as the Nats go on the road for a week and a half. Now, the Mets have already beaten Colorado tonight, so the Nats are chasing the Mets. Giants chasing these Dodgers. NFP, the guys didn't exactly take advantage with that 3-4 homestand, and now, hoping for Colorado to beat the Mets, and that didn't happen tonight.
No, and this is a big road trip. It's a pennant race. It's go time. It's not about let's get them tomorrow. It's about let's get them today. So if you want to accomplish what you want to accomplish as a ball club, you have to get it done on this road trip. It's not a measuring stick. It's not to see where you stand. It's about winning baseball games. A 5-5 road trip would be good as you look at the last 10 games and the last games for these teams. They're struggling a little bit. The Dodgers just got swept against the Pirates. The Giants just got swept against the Cubs. So there has to be a sense of urgency on this trip. A 6-4 trip would be amazing. A 5-5 trip against a team that has played below 500 this year, the Nats, would be a good trip too.
Yeah, none of these three ball clubs playing that great. Nats are in kind of one of those ruts where on nights they get good pitching, hard to score. Yesterday they get enough runs maybe to win, but the pitching was not able to get that job done. And so when you look at the offense, it's something you don't want to keep harping on, but the absence of Denard Span is making a big difference.
Yeah, we don't want to make Denard Span feel bad, but he's the engine that makes this team go at the leadoff spot. He's been spectacular the last few years. Soak this in with me, if you will, for a minute. Look at this. The record with Denard Span, 35-24, 22-29 without. The average in the leadoff spot with Denard Span this year, 304, 245 without. That's everybody else that's led off. And the on-base percentage speaks for itself. The run speaks for itself. But yeah, Denard Span's not here. Somebody else got to step up, whether it's Yunel Escobar, Michael Taylor. Somebody's got to get this team going from the leadoff spot.
All right, you don't want to look too far ahead. Greinke tomorrow, Kershaw Wednesday. Tonight it's Gio and Brett Anderson, a couple of lefties, and it's almost a must-win for the Nats to get things off to a good start.
Yeah, when you talk about the Dodgers getting in at 5 in the morning from the ESPN game, Brett Anderson on the mound, who's been pitching well lately, leads all of Major League Baseball with a 66% ground ball ratio. So get him up, try to drive the ball tonight. Don't hit ground balls, but the Dodgers should be tired, and all their big boys are taking the night off.
Yeah, most of their big boys are left-handed batters, so Gio will face a different kind of lineup tonight. He's 8-4 in 20 starts with a 3.75 ERA, but his last 7 times out, unbeaten in 4 starts, 4 decisions, 1.77. Gio and his left arm against the Dodgers in a moment. Yeah, the famous Hollywood sign, not really that far up the Hollywood freeway from Dodger Stadium. Beautiful night here, clear skies. San Gabriel's in the distance. It's just beautiful and a great setting for baseball. The Nats, yeah, as we've noticed, 7 of the last 10 road games they've dropped, and they're in the middle of a long streak against the West, 3-4 with the split against the Diamondbacks and losing 2 out of 3 to the Rockies. Dodgers at home, only Houston at 38-18, and the Mets now 39-18, and St. Louis 40-16, better than the Dodgers at home. And Gio, for some reason, always great against the West. The ERA very good. He's 1 of 10 and 10 of 13 decisions. And lefty-lefty matchup tonight. Brett Anderson with the big boys coming up the next 2 nights.
Check out Gio's numbers his last 7 starts. 4-0 with a 1.77 ERA. 37 strikeouts versus 12 walks. And Brett Anderson has been good his last 9 starts. So Gio Gonzalez going through a Dodger lineup tonight that a lot of good players have the night off and a lot of extras get a chance to start.
There is no way Ryan Zimmerman's sitting down the way he's going. On the homestand, hit 429, 9 for 21, 3 doubles, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Nats and Dodgers and Zim might be in the middle of everything. Let's get ready for the Dodgers. 72 degrees. Humidity up a little bit out here, but it is so comfortable and gorgeous. It just feels like you should be at a baseball game rather than anywhere else. Brett Anderson on the mound, taking his warm-up tosses. And Bryce has had an interesting history here. His first game ever, April 28th, 2012 FP. He got the double out to the center field fence and little defense as well.
A little foreshadowing maybe of what we're about to show you.
Oops. 2 years ago, the faceplant, Bryce bloodied and all beaten up, but not beaten up enough that he wasn't willing to go deep right center.
I still remember his first game here at Dodger Stadium when he got called up, the media frenzy, everybody in the first base dugout, and he loves playing here. He's prime-time Bryce. You look at the numbers against the NL West by season. And he's going up, and up. Just like his game in general, he's improving in every aspect.
Yeah, lows never stop improving. Didn't you say something to Bryce that night?
Yeah, all the talk was about, it's just a little 2-week trial period. We'll see how he does. He'll probably go back to AAA. He's, 19 years old. We'll see how it goes. And right before the interview, I turned to him. I said, hey, you ain't going back. He said, oh, well, we'll see. Mike told me, no, you ain't going back.
Here's the Nats lineup. Escobar leads off. How about this? 3-11 career against the Dodgers. So Jose Lobaton gets the start. Wilson Ramos has been carrying the load behind the plate, but Lobaton, a right-handed bat in place of Ramos. Not as much power, but swings it okay from that side. Here we go. Underway, and Brett Anderson, more on him as we go along here. And we're underway right on time at 10:10 Eastern time.
I see the Arsenal likes to mix it up.
Curveball, good swing. It goes the other way.
Likes to give up leadoff singles to Yunel Escobar.
And for Escobar, his 118th hit of the year. That's one behind Bryce Harper, who now leads the ball club in hits.
Well, there goes a no-hitter. Yunel Escobar taking care of business right away here for the Nats. Nice piece of hitting. Stayed back on that curveball. And that's how the West Coast trip starts, with a base hit by Yunel Escobar. We talked about the leadoff spot being a big deal. Well, there you go. Leadoff man on.
There's Anthony Rendon. Double yesterday, salvaging a 1-for-9 with a walk against the Rockies in that series, and Anderson drops one in there.
If his night goes half as good as his batting practice, he's going to have a big one. He was hitting ball after ball after ball into the pavilion in left center field. I think at one time I counted 5 or 6 in a row, and bombs too. No cheapies in the bunch.
33rd game of the year for Anthony. Tough thing for a pitcher, even though it's lefty next. Harper has hit lefties well this year. So a man already on base, pitcher off the stretch early, and Rendon should get something to work with here. A lot of room right side. Instead, he'll pull it to the shortstop, Rollins, and the Dodgers turn a 6-4-3. Their 85th double play of the year.
That's it, the defense for the Dodgers tonight. That'll be the last time I talk about batting practice. Guerrero, Hernandez, Puig, the outfield, with Rollins, Callaspo, left side, Peraza, Van Slyke, right side, and Ellis behind the plate.
Yeah, Jose Peraza making his major league debut, part of an 8-player deal with the Braves prior to the trading deadline. From Gwinnett to AAA for the Dodgers, Oklahoma City, and now to the show. Here's Bryce. Only 2 guys in the lineup, by the way, tonight to face Anderson before Escobar, who's now 1 for 4. A little further down, Jose Lobaton, 1 for 1 career against the 27-year-old left-hander. "31-year veteran, the crew chief, has the plate. That's Dale Scott tonight. C.B. Buckner, 20th year. Dan Isanya, his 12th. 6th year for Lance Barrett at third. Breaking ball up, and that one right to the second baseman. Peraza, a bobble, almost made an error on his first big league chance. Recovered in time. Despite the hit, Nats go quickly. Here comes Gio. .62, 300 acres, the ballpark and the surrounding lots. Yasiel Puig in their lineup tonight. Kind of interesting, they put the lineup out. Puig was cleanups. Van Slyke was third. They flip-flopped him about an hour and a half before the game. The Dodgers are 5th in the league in hitting, 4th in runs, and 1st in homers with 136. Puig's numbers, though, his power numbers down. So here's Gio, 4th career start against L.A.
Yeah, no decision last start against Arizona on the 5th. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs on 8 hits, struck out 7 Diamondbacks, walked 195 pitches. 11-4 Nats loss. Fastball is averaging 92, curveball 78, changeup 84. 4-0 with a 1.77 his last 7 starts. You can make the argument that right now he's the Nats' best pitcher.
And you would probably win that argument. Jimmy Rollins, after 15 years with the Phillies, leading things off here in LA and batting just .222. Jose Lobaton having
something with
some sort of problem, left hand.
Before the first pitch. Was it on a warm-up pitch?
Matt Williams wondering what's happening as well. So it's Gio to Lobaton and Rollins, who goes up hacking. How to play right side.
So you look at the Dodgers lineup tonight. Crawford, Ethier, Gonzalez, Peterson, and Grandal have a night off. They got in at 4 in the morning, back to Dodger Stadium at 4:45 a.m.
Up the middle. That's a base hit. Each leadoff guy has singled.
By the time they got to their houses, it was probably 6 in the morning. So I guess what I'm getting at is this is a must-win game for the Nats. And you hate to throw that term around because I feel like it's used too much in sports, but Mets already won. It's the middle of August. You're in a pennant race.
Something going on with Lobaton. Here comes Matt with Lee Kuntz. He's taken off the glove he was wearing in his left hand, the batting type glove. And if you had to replace your catcher in the first inning, that would really be something tough to deal with, because managers just don't like to do that at all.
Did you see Wilson Ramos yelling, "We got ice"? That's what those two yell at each other when they take foul tips or they get hurt. And Ramos, just looking right at the camera, yelled, "We got ice." Jose Lobaton yells that to Wilson Ramos every night when he takes a foul tip.
Here's 21-year-old Jose Peraza from Venezuela, part of that 8-player deal with the Braves on July 30th. He was hitting .318 at Gwinnett, hit .385 in 10 games at Oklahoma City, called up today. Howie Kendrick on the DL with a hamstring problem. Justin Turner already on the DL with a cyst that's giving him some fits. And so the young man's in the big leagues batting second, hits his first ball pretty well. And Bryce Harper almost to the track to pull that in. He doesn't have a lot of pop in terms of home runs in his career, but hit that ball really well.
Pretty solid first big league at bat, gave it a ride, and Bryce Harper going back toward the infamous right field fence here at Dodger Stadium and didn't shy away. So 2 Dodger hitters, 2 hard hit balls here in the first.
Here's Yasiel Puig hitting .246 with 8 home runs. He's only played in 64 of the Dodgers' first 111 games. Gio with that curveball, it stays outside at 76. Puig career against him 0 for 5.
The Dodgers clubhouse today, he has a large hand. TV doesn't do him justice. If you stand next to him, he's a house.
Tapper, Gio forward to get it. Lobaton was pointing at first, and Gio almost got Ryan Zimmerman killed by a big man. Ryan crossing the bag into foul ground with the runner right there to make a pretty good grab.
Well, you remember the last start for Gio Gonzalez against the Diamondbacks, the first 2 hitters of the game and him comebackers, and he almost threw those away. So all of a sudden it's in Gio Gonzalez's head big time. And speaking of houses coming at you full speed, this would have been ugly. I don't care who you are, you're losing a collision with Yasiel Puig.
I think Puig's a little bit bigger, but he really reminds me of Brian Jordan when he was in the big leagues. As far as how a guy looks in a uniform, Brian played in the NFL for the Atlanta Falcons, and same kind of build, big powerful guys who can also run. Here's Scott Van Slyke, the cleanup guy. hitting .265. 1 for 4 career with a walk against Gio Gonzalez. And this ball into right center. It's actually ending up shallow, and Harper grabs it in front of Michael A. Taylor.
Bryce picked up Michael Taylor right there. He backed up on that ball, and Bryce got a good read. Jimmy Rollins coming up to the plate. And on his backswing, stay with me here, right? See the finger sticking out of the glove? Boom, ooh. Drills it. It must have just flipped up his fingernail, even though it's inside the batting glove.
Not sure we've ever seen a catcher hurt by a swing or a backswing, not during competition. So here's Ryan Zimmerman's second inning. And a strike call, 1-1. So Ryan, since coming off the DL, 14 hits, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 9 of those hits extra bases. Off-speed pitch, way up and away. Zimmerman, Worth, and Desmond, top of the second. Ryan's had RBIs in 7 straight games. Full count now.
You want to see a couple taters? I do. Yesterday, straightaway central. I think that was up on the putting green in the clown's mouth for a free game. And then that one to right center field.
And Zimmerman to right center on this laser. That man is totally locked in. On the second hop, it short hops the wall. And now Ryan Zimmerman, out of his last 15 hits, 10 have been doubles or home runs.
And we talk about the leg kick guys. Carlos Gonzalez, a leg kick guy. He had 2 home runs yesterday. Ryan Zimmerman, a leg kick guy. He had 2 home runs yesterday. So when the timing is right on that kick and the head is still, it's tough to make it out. It's tough not to hit a ball in the barrel. And the opposite is true when the timing is off. Right now, Ryan Zimmerman's timing is perfect.
Pair of leadoff hits by the Nats. Escobar opposite field first inning. Zimmerman opposite field here. Here's Jason Worth. His bat showing a lot of life yesterday with a home run and a single. First 2 times up, later walked and scored. So Jason 7 for 40 since coming off the DL. But the last 10 or 15 at bats have looked like Jason Worth.
But these are the situations Matt Williams was talking about before the game that the Nats have to be better at. Runner on second, nobody out, moving them to third. They had a number of chances during the homestand in this situation and failed to advance the runner.
Anderson feathering one in there at 84. 2 balls, 1 strike. Career record 33 and 38. First time he's ever pitched against the Nats. He was with Colorado last year, just 8 starts for the Rockies. All of his big league time before that going back to 09 with Oakland.
Hit speed?
Wow.
105.
105s usually leave the ballpark. Little altitude, and that one would have. And that's not going to move Zimmerman as Worth bounces back to the pitcher.
Shortstop, number 20.
Unproductive out for Jason Worth, and those are the situations that are driving Matt Williams crazy right now, that have been inconsistent.
Now Desmond and Lobaton with shots to bring in the runner. And Jose is coming out on deck. Ian Desmond, 3 hits in the Colorado series with a couple of RBIs. He's hit safely 14 of his last 19 ball games, averaging 290. Lobaton has had 9 right-handed at bats all year. Off-speed pitch, and there it goes. See you later. Ian Desmond, well beyond the left field fence. That's his 13th, and it's 2-0 Washington.
Catcher number 59, Jose Lobaton.
Who's taking his helmet off? Bryce Harper, helmet taker offer guy. Ian Desmond putting the Nats up 2-0. He might just do that 2020 thing again.
Next pitch, Lobaton up the middle. Jimmy Rollins to his left. Pops up and makes a fine play to keep that from being 2 hits on 2 pitches. Michael A. Taylor next.
Center fielder number 3, Michael Taylor.
When you play on an East Coast team and you come out west, I think it's so important to score early in the first 3 innings, because until you adjust to the West Coast time zone, you're starting a game at 10 o'clock on your clock, and as the game goes on, 11, 12, 1 in the morning on your schedule, it gets tough to concentrate. So it's easy in the first 3 innings because you're usually up at 10, 11 o'clock at night. But after that, until you adjust to the Pacific Standard Time, the first couple of games are rough early, so nice to get a 2-0 lead.
That's up the middle. Jose Peraza to his right takes care of that. So a loud inning for the Nats with the Zimmerman opposite field double. A no-doubter from Ian Desmond. 2-0 Nats.
It's the Children's National Health System for every home run Nats player hits this season. So keep them coming, Ian Desmond. It's for a wonderful cause. 7 more for 20. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection. Let's look at it again. Big old curveball from Brett Anderson, and Ian Desmond not out in front. Looked like he was sitting on it to me. There was no adjustment in that swing. He sat on the curveball, got it, and hammered it for a 2-0 lead.
104th career home run. He went blowing by 100, didn't he? And he's had about, what, half of his 8 stolen bases in the last 2 weeks. 91. He had to provide all the power on that curveball. Here's Kike Hernandez, who the Nats used to see a bit with the Miami Marlins, and that's in there from Gio. Gio's first inning, by the way, 7 pitches, 5 strikes against 4 batters. Both teams hacking early in counts here. Hernandez will have a birthday in 14 days. He'll be 24, from San Juan. Hit 175 in 18 games for the Fish last year, up and away.
I think the Players Association has to do something about that Sunday night ESPN game starting at 8 o'clock and traveling 3 time zones back to California, getting in at 6 in the morning and having to play a game the next day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's safety issues involved besides winning and losing a game when you're that tired facing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
And then next week, the Nats will play a night game in Colorado, hopscotch 2 time zones, and play the next night in D.C. 3-2 pitch to the leadoff man's second inning. Gio gets it on his hands, and Anthony Rendon is under the pop-up from Hernandez. And that's 4 straight after the Jimmy Rollins base hit.
Members of the military, first responders, government employees, public school teachers can receive up to 30% off tickets when verified through GovX. A special ticket offer also includes up to $10 credit to be used for food, beverage, or a Bob Carpenter scorebook inside Nats Park. To be verified, purchase these special tickets. Go to national.com/GovX. 30% off your scorebook.
You can all do better, believe me. Here's Callaspo. Part of that deal with the Braves, and since coming over to the Dodgers, 259 with 7 RBIs in 54 ball games. Hitting 233 overall with Atlanta and LA. Guides an off-speed pitch, left side. Escobar cuts it off, turns around and spots his line to first. Well done.
Well, if he doesn't get that, there's no way that Ian Desmond is throwing out Callaspo. The extra 4 or 5 hops it's going to take to get to Desmond is the difference between safe and out. So nice range by Escobar. Little spin move, sidearm sling. Little run to it. But a guy that's worked as hard as anybody I've ever seen at third base with all the extra ground balls he takes every single day really turn into a solid third sacker, and that could only increase his value moving forward.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Guerrero. Dodgers signed him as a free agent back in October of 13 after he defected from Cuba. And he will drop one into center field in front of Michael A. Taylor. So the Dodgers have their second base hit, another single. That'll bring up A.J. Ellis, their catcher, 2 out second inning.
It's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo using hashtag NatsCouchCam. And you just might see yourself on TV, and we just might make up a name for you. That's brought to you by T-Mobile. Hashtag good seats at Dodger Stadium.
Nice.
Father-son. I see red people everywhere in the ballpark tonight. Nats fans are here strong.
A.J. Ellis hitting .211. Couple of home runs, 7 RBIs. 0 for 1 career against Gio Gonzalez. 34-year-old catcher. He has spent his entire big league career with the Dodgers, going back to 08. 1-1. Gio and Ian Desmond have quieted this big crowd. Dodgers are averaging almost 47,000 a game in this vast ballpark that seats 56,000. Off speed. Escobar to his left, and he gets it to Rendon.
From his knees.
Fantastic transition to third base as FP chronicled about what this guy has done all year long.
To a dive from his knees, sidearm sling again, right on the money. Nice play. Join us for Pet Calendar Day, Thursday, August 27th, as the Nats conclude a 3-game series against the Padres. So it's a pet calendar, but every pet in there is a dog. Not one guy had a parrot, a goldfish, maybe a hamster. It's all dogs, so it's really a dog calendar. We're just being politically correct in telling you that it's a pet calendar. Go to nationals.com/pet calendar day to get your pet calendar, which is really a dog calendar.
Yeah. And we want everybody to know no animals were offended in the reading of that program.
I got a tweet from a parakeet yesterday that said, "What the heck is going on?" And then he said, "What the heck is going on?" like 4 times in a row.
Gio, 2 for 26 on the year, couple of RBIs. He went 0-2. Gio, first 2 innings, by the way, on the mound, 20 pitches, 13 strikes. Anderson, 24 over 14. And he drops another curveball down and in. Gio misses it. He's tagged. First out, 3rd inning. And for Brett Anderson, his first strikeout, first time through the order, the Nats go 3 for 9 with 2 runs.
Number 5, Yunel Escobar.
And now the defensive star of the game so far, Yunel Escobar. You got stars on 2 different plays in the bottom of the 2nd. And a base hit to right, first time up. Looks to me like Yasiel Puig might be cheating in a little bit on the opposite side.
He ain't trying to throw him out at first is what we're going to try to do. And we caught up with that guy today, Vin Scully. So great to see him.
I finally got one on Vin after all these years. I said, Vinny, and Boyd, the guy who sits next to him, there's a mistake on your score sheet. Michael A. Taylor now has 47 RBIs. They changed the call on that play from yesterday.
Like I said, they would.
Yeah, took away the error on Nolan Arenado and gave Michael A. an RBI on that ground ball.
So that's great. We haven't seen Vin in a year. You go over there and tell him he's wrong. Awesome.
It was more directed at his stat guy, Boyd.
That's great to see. I mean, it's like a museum around here. You come into Dodger Stadium.
Number 6,
Scully. I saw Tommy Lasorda in the clubhouse today. Davey Lopes is a coach. Ron Say was in the clubhouse. Fernando Valenzuela's on the Spanish broadcast a couple doors down. There's Tommy.
And, of course, on Spanish radio, Jaime Jardín. He's also in the Hall of Fame. 12 presidential administrations since Vinny started doing the games. Harry Truman was in office. And it's a good thing Dewey didn't beat him.
He's the greatest.
So 5 balls in a row here after the strikeout of the opposing pitcher. And A.J. Ellis going to get after his starter, Brett Anderson, a bit here. Anderson was an All-American out of high school in Stillwater, Oklahoma. His dad, Frank, was the Oklahoma State head coach for 10 years. Now the pitching coach at the University of Houston. Originally drafted by the Diamondbacks. Moved around a bit with Oakland and Colorado, and now the Dodgers. He goes off speed, misses. That's 6 in a row.
Seven.
Wow. With who knows what coming up next. One of the most dangerous batters in baseball. Rendon pulled one first time, 6-4-3 double play ball. That's not even close. So the runners will go to first and second on 2 walks in a row. And some boos coming out of the Dodgers Stadium grandstand here.
Number 34, Bryce Harper.
Good take, just missed.
Price pulled it sharply first time. A ground ball to Jose Peraza at second base. He's been sitting on 29 home runs since the last road trip. And still looking for that 70th or more RBI total. And that's ball 9.
This is where as a hitter you're like, he's bound to groove one. What do I do? Do I take? Or do I look for that cookie?
You don't want to get yourself out. Back to the pitcher. And he tries to turn a 1-6-3 double play. And how about that? The Dodgers have turned 2 already tonight to keep Anderson from some really long innings. Made a good play. Got it to his shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. On to the bottom of the third. Anderson leads off. 2 for 32 on the year. And Gio gets a tapper out to short. Ian Desmond up with it. First time through the order. 2 for 9 are the Dodgers with a pair of singles. One of them from Jimmy Rollins, who's next.
Number 11, Jimmy Rollins.
The Dodger bats are hot. Even though they went on a 2-4 road trip, they averaged 5.6 runs per game on that road trip and batted .312 as a group.
Well, Don Mattingly, this ball club in first place almost the entire season. Remember how much he was on the hot seat when the Nats were out here last year?
Yeah.
They stayed the course and figured to be in the postseason. Although, in the West as well as the East, you might have to win the division to play in October.
Yeah.
Somebody, some second place team, not that far back, is going to be left out. Breaking ball, a good one from Gio.
Their bullpen's been the problem. Hasn't been able to piece it together. They went out and got a few pieces from the Braves at the trade deadline who haven't worked out yet.
And some high heat on 0-2.
Talking to Jock Peterson today before the game, and he was saying, hey, it's baseball. You go through these stretches. We're going to be fine. It's funny how
no swing.
The players never panic. It's always us. We panic. Fans panic. But when you get down there and you talk to them, like, yeah, we're going to be fine. Same thing the Nats players are saying. We're about to click.
2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. I thought Ryan Zimmerman had one of the most profound statements coming out of the weekend. Somebody asked him about the 8th inning, and he said, Drew Storen is the least of our problems.
Right. And then went on to name about 14 other things. No, he didn't.
2-2. Well, Gio's got some bad contact going on for the Dodgers right now.
Oof.
3 straight ground balls, his last 4 outs on the ground. 2 quick outs for the Achiever and you, PNC Bank, with their minor league report. And we've been checking in regularly lately on Wilmer Defoe, the 23-year-old shortstop. So last 10 games at Harrisburg, hitting over 360, driving and runs, scoring like crazy. Got his first big league hit earlier with the Nats. And that young man has a bright future. He is strong. He can drive the ball. Here's the rookie, Jose Peraza. First pitch he saw in the big leagues, he drove it to right. Second pitch he sees, tries to bunt down the third base line. Saw Escobar way back.
Gave Gio and Jose Lobaton a ride to the ballpark today from the hotel, and they came in the top of the stadium with me, Carp. They'd never come in that entrance before. And they were at the very top looking down, and they were like little kids their first time at a ballpark. Because players never come in the stadium. They usually go underneath. They come in through a different way, and they were up there where these people are, way up here at the top.
Keep going, Chuck. There's the field.
And they were taking selfies, and then just astounded that, you know, this place was so old. And the view back to Los Angeles from the parking lot up there, it's pretty cool.
It is. It's amazing.
But for players, they never see that aspect or that view from the top here at Dodger Stadium. A wonderful ballpark, just still a jewel.
1-2. On the hands, ball dropping. Here comes Harper, and it gets behind Bryce, and Peraza will scamper to third. He's got his first major league hit, and it's a triple. And I tell you, this kid can fly. In the minor leagues, he stole over 200 bases.
That's kind of cool. Yunel Escobar went over and congratulated him. Good sportsmanship. Everybody remembers their first big league hit. Good effort by Bryce Harper. Just couldn't keep it in front. And I think a bigger play if there's nobody out or 1 out that Peraza gets to third base. With 2 outs, you still got to get Puig. And yeah, he was flying coming around second base. Flying.
Runner at third. 2 outs. Ballpark comes alive. Puig steps in. And he hit a ground ball that Gio grabbed and almost threw away first time up. So the Dodgers have 3 hits. Hard breaking ball down and in. Down around the back foot of that right-handed batter, and Jose Lobaton covered it up pretty well.
Good block by the 9-fingered Nats catcher.
Well, you see those breaking balls with that reverse English on it? He's diving to his left, and the ball comes back to his right. Target in. Fastball. Gio got it out over the plate a little bit, and Puig sliced it straight back.
Tampa sort of walked up to Yasiel Puig in his locker today and said, quit trying to hit him 600 feet. Just hit him barely over the fence. Basically sending a message that he's swinging too hard.
I can think of a right fielder who's done a lot of that this year. They want to jam him again. That's a great pitch. Dale Scott gives him the strike 2 call on a heater right under Puig's hands, and Mercedes-Benz will track it.
Watch Lobaton's glove. Just focus on the glove. Boop. See how that ball was kind of heading toward the outside of his shin guard, and he stuck it and kept it on the inside of his shin guard?
I want to go in there again. This time it's a breaking ball, and Puig with, well, a whole lot less than a full swing. He's gone. So are the Dodgers. Gio continues his great pitching for the Nats. .7:53 local time. We're kind of in that twilight zone here in Southern California.
This place is the worst for high fly balls at this time. You see them lost in this ballpark all the time.
And 2 quick balls to Ryan Zimmerman, who rammed a double to right center first time up. Looks like Kike Hernandez is a little more over toward that gap. I don't care where he moves. He wouldn't have caught that first one. The locked in Ryan Zimmerman on 2-1. Seeing the ball well. Ball 3. Worth and Desmond to follow here in the 4th. 2-0 Nats on Ian Desmond's 2-run homer after the Zimmerman double, 2nd inning. 3-1 pitch. Wow, it's a loud foul heading the other way. And a big breaking ball bounced down to Alberto Callaspo. Bad throw, and Scott Van Slyke saves the error right there.
I just want to make a point about Jose Lobaton. I'm not talking about his framing a lot, but it's just so darn good that we got to show it to you again. So the momentum of this Gio Gonzalez fastball is going this way right here. And he's going to stop that momentum with his glove. The ball is going from left to right on your screen. And a lot of catchers take the ball and the momentum with it, with their glove. Did you see how he just stopped the momentum and actually pulled it back the opposite way it was going there to get the strike? And he's telling Wilson Ramos right now, see what I just did? And they're talking about me on TV, and they're talking about my framing abilities. Wilson telling him, we got ice for your finger.
I got to say one thing about our two catchers. They are young men of about the most pleasant demeanor you'll ever be around. They support each other. They root for each other. They are true teammates. And I would imagine there's some friendly competition going on there too. But those two have a fantastic relationship. Jason Worth bounced back to the pitcher first time, and that running fastball makes the count 1-2. Jason playing in his 40th game of the year. And that one up and away, 2-2. This tapper over the other way, and the pitcher's got that one as well. 2 outs. Next up, the home run hitter, Desmond.
Yeah, second inning, in case you missed it. Big hanging curveball from Brett Anderson, and as soon as he hit it, he knew it. So it's important to score early because you're adjusting the West Coast time. It's also important to hit the ball hard early because once it gets dark here, it gets cool. The marine layer kind of moves in. This ballpark plays huge.
So Ian now hitting safely 15 of his last 20 games. 6 home runs, 15 batted in. One ball, one strike. So he's hit 13 this year. RBI total up to 39. That ball stays outside. Counts even. Eight pitches first inning, and then 16, and then 13 for Anderson. He works bases empty, 2 outs here, and Desmond to the right side. This will be his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Nats lead 2-0, 4-5-6 ahead for the Dodgers.
Welcome back to L.A. Pitch count has been a bit of an issue for Gio Gonzalez his last couple times out. 105 pitches in 4 2/3 up in New York 2 starts ago, and then 95 pitches in 5+ innings his last time out against the Diamondbacks. I talked to Steve McCaddy about that earlier today. He said that's just Gio. He's going to throw a lot of pitches sometimes, but he'll also go 2 innings in 12 pitches at times. That's just what you deal with him. But he likes how Gio has thrown the ball lately, even with the high pitch counts, and it's manageable so far.
It certainly is, Dan. 3 innings on 36 pitches, and then another out on the next pitch, and Van Slyke retired by Taylor. That's Dan Kolko with a Coons.com sideline report. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons.
I mean, you're never going to see a 100-pitch complete game by Gio Gonzalez. That's not what he is. He's a power pitcher. He's a sprayer.
And a very uncomfortable AB, as you often say.
Right. That's what he does. That's what makes him good.
Kike Hernandez.
You just went straight PA announcer right there.
I almost went Michael Buffer on that one. Anthony Rendon caught his pop-up first time. High in the air. We still see it. We hope they do. And Ian Desmond makes the call behind Escobar. 2 quick outs for Gio Gonzalez, 4th inning.
See, this one doesn't need seeds. You just grab it and take it home and stick it on a shelf. Maybe the fireplace mantle. I don't know. Tuesday, August 25th, 7:05. Padres in town. First 25,000 fans, you get an Anthony Rendon Garden Gnome. Check out hashtag RendGnome on the National social media. Nationals.com to purchase your tickets today. That's going to be a good one.
There's Callaspo. Gio goes right after him in the zone.
Having my neighbors watering my Jason Worth chia pet while we're gone.
Good swing the other way. Down the line, Harper over to cut it off. Comes up with it and keeps him to a single. And that is big with 2 outs. Well done by Bryce Harper. That's almost like an outfield assist when you make a play like that.
That is, you're right. Good hustle down the corner, and Gio's given up some 2-out knocks. And that's the best time with nobody on. And look at Bryce Harper, not shying away from the padding, hustling down there. And do they have some sort of analytic stat that says holding guys to singles?
He'd be one of the leaders.
Holding guys to singles. HGTS?
Or HGS, one or the other.
Holding guys to singles.
Well done. Here's Alex Guerrero. He singled up the middle his first time. And Bryce Harper keeps that runner out of scoring position with 2 outs. Thanks for staying up late with us from Dodger Stadium today. Yeah, just a little past 8 o'clock for us out here. Late night Nats on this road trip.
Sleep when you're dead.
3 games here all at night. 3 night games of the 4 at San Fran. 3 night games at Colorado. So have the brew ready for the next week and a half.
Which
the hot stuff.
Brought to you by Miller Lite.
He's got some kind of breaking ball going tonight. Escobar over to cut that one off. And Gio Gonzalez with an 8-pitch to 4 batters. 4th inning, working with a 2-0 lead. Top of the 5th inning. Lobatone, Taylor, and Gio against Brett Anderson. That's his 54th pitch. Only his 28th strike. The 2 double play balls have really helped him get along here. Lobatone out to short for Jimmy Rollins.
You can follow the Nats wherever you are with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCats, whole bunch of stuff. We were watching the Mets-Rockies game on ours before the game. Go to MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet.
Michael A. Taylor, ground ball to the right side first time. Sharply hit, foul ball this time. The Nats haven't had a hit now since the Desmond home run. 2 walks in the interim. One of those base runners erased when Bryce Harper hit into the 1-6-3 3rd inning.
Ball is stuck. Ball's not stuck.
Clint
Ball's a
Robinson.
souvenir.
Max Scherzer and Clint. See Max next in San Francisco on the mound. And Taylor, nice job on 2 strikes. Taking the ball the other way. Kike Hernandez cuts it off. And now the Nats do have their first base hit in nearly 3 innings.
Number 47.
Gives Gio a chance to bunt him over.
Nice job of staying back on that curveball, going the other way. Good game plan. Nice piece of 2-strike hitting, short swing.
Gio has 6 sacrifice bunts on the year, the most on the staff. Goes stabbing at that one ball. Kind of running down and away from him. Strike 1. Iosbo really coming in from 3rd. He's setting up maybe 70 feet away and then covering about half that distance as the pitch comes in.
That was a long look to Bob Henley for the bunt sign, which makes me think that he's going to bunt.
Out in front, it's a beauty. So Gio lays down his 7th of the year, gets Taylor into scoring position. 2 outs is that play into the second baseman. So tomorrow night it will be Joe Ross, the rookie, and Zach Greinke, who's 11-2 with a 1.71 ERA. The night after that, 9-game winner Clayton Kershaw, 2.51 ERA against 8-game winner Jordan Zimmerman. Then you're seeing 3 of the 4 in San Francisco. Night games until the Sunday afternoon game. The Nats, and there's Greinke, will have next Monday off in Colorado before playing 3 night games with the Rockies. Escobar's driven in 33 runs this year.
Well, is it a tough road trip? Yes, but you know, if you want to get to where you want to get to, so what? Bring it on. I mean, that has to be your mentality if you're the Nats. So what? Let's do this. If we want to win a division and get to the playoffs and win the National League and get to the World Series, then so what? And it's time, right? Lineups where it's probably going to be the rest of the year. It doesn't look like the Nards band's coming back. Gang's all here. Time to go. Giddy up.
Clayton Kershaw, stopwatch in hand. Escobar with a good swing the other way. And Yasiel Puig prevents the Nats from taking a 3-0 lead. And maybe more if that ball gets by him.
The wild horse.
The
Robbie
Bio
Escobar. connections. Ian Desmond's a 2-run home run, the difference in this game as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Gio pitching really well. 45th pitch, so he's averaging 11 per inning. A.J. Ellis, the catcher, robbed of a hit by Escobar, first time up. Then Brett Anderson, then Jimmy Rollins. I'm trying to remember another 2-0 count Gio's been in tonight. Three-0. Fourth career start against the Dodgers for Gio, 1-1 with a 2.50 ERA. Battles back to fill the count now against the 34-year-old catcher A.J. Ellis. On the Nissan pitch track, the at bat almost everything away. 3-2. Goes after him to the gap right center. It's tailing away from Taylor, and A.J. Ellis touched one off about 360 or so to the gap for a leadoff double. So for A.J. Ellis, his 5th double of the year, 7th extra base hit.
And a nice job of staying on this fastball from Gio Gonzalez. You know, you figure 3-2, I'm hitting 8th, I'm going to get a heater here. Nice swing. You see the inside-out rotation, the fade on the ball away from Michael Taylor. So a leadoff double for the Dodgers. And can Brett Anderson bunt A.J. Ellis over?
He has 6 bunts this year, but it's a lefty-lefty situation. He'd like to push it right to Escobar. And he pulled the bat back on a pitch upstairs.
What do you got on the Oregon here? Louder than Pittsburgh?
Yes. Perfect pitch. Outside edge at the knees. Counts even.
Louder than an F-16 taking off right next to you?
It's close. I haven't been on a runway for that. And a ball pushed perfectly to Escobar. Over to Zimmerman on the 5-3 for the sacrifice. Runner at third base, 1 out. Dodgers have a chance to get on the board.
Nicely done. Both pitchers helping themselves out with sacrifice bunts. Gio Gonzalez in the top of the 5th. Now Brett Anderson in the bottom of the 5th.
We'll bring in Jimmy Rollins, who despite a batting average of .222 coming in, has driven in 35 runs. Base hit, first inning, comebacker, third inning. Anything but a ground ball to the pitcher or Escobar is an RBI here. And Gio with a nice curveball drops in at 78. Rollins has now hit safely in 9 of his last 10 games.
Boykin throwing right above the Dodgers on his jersey. Right down the middle, elevated. He might chase strike 3.
Gio instead goes with the hard breaking ball in the dirt. Lobaton, a good block to his left.
And the reason I say that as a hitter in these situations, you think it's sac fly. I mean, you like the ground out up the middle for the RBI, but generally speaking, hitters are selfish in the sense that they don't want an at-bat out of it, so you want to hit a fly ball. If you see a guy swinging a ball at the top of the strike zone like Rollins did earlier, you can elevate it just a little bit more because he's looking for it up. He might chase it out of the zone high.
Another hook, and it's nasty. Gio Gonzalez, quite a time for his second strikeout of the night.
Or that. That works. That's pretty good. Wow. He's made some big pitches the last 2 or 3 starts in big situations. You remember his last start against the Diamondbacks in the 5th inning. He had bases loaded, and he buried 2 fastballs in for strike 3 back-to-back hitters to get out of that jam. Came out for the 6, gave up a hit, and was out of the ball game. But he likes being in these situations, you feel like.
Here's the rookie Peraza. Boy, he's hit the ball well 3 times. Rendon picks it up, and the 2-0 score is intact here at Dodger Stadium. Rendon leads off.
It's $50 to support Girls on the Run DC. The Nats have 344 walks for a total of $17,200. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle.
Curveball, a strike. 6th inning underway. Anthony Rendon, a double play, ball, a walk. And he was forced out to start a double play back in the 3rd. So it's 2-3-4 for the Nats with Harper and Zimmerman next. 2-0 on the Ian Desmond home run 4 innings ago. That ball lashed into left. Well, he got around that thing and just hooked it away from Jimmy Rollins. 5th, Washington in.
Bryce Harper.
Rendon starting to have consistent at-bats. Zimmerman's locked in. Bryce Harper doing his thing. Escobar swinging it well. Ian Desmond with a home run, so Michael Taylor with the hit. Offense is starting to click a little bit.
Bryce looking for his 120th hit. Came in hitting .327 against lefties this year. Anderson Hook had him missing. Big gap left center. Bryce decides to hang in there and maybe go that way. He got a ball he could pull, and that's through for his 120th hit. Rendon will stop at second. He had to hold up, so the ball didn't get him. And with Zimmerman coming in, the Nats have something going on in the 6th.
Ryan Zimmerman.
Lows never stop improving, and why would you stop improving? I mean, you'd rather had north and south, wouldn't you? Check out the consecutive games with an RBI since 2005. Ryan Zimmerman, 7 and counting. And he had 9 in 2012. That's the franchise mark.
Double a run scored tonight, 1 for 2. Right in there with 83 on a changeup.
If you break your own record, do you call yourself and congratulate yourself? Just leave a message from somebody else's cell phone? I think he should. If he does it.
I'd find somebody to impersonate me and call me.
And then you'd have to get juiced over.
You can do it. 1-1 to Zimmerman. Ryan 15 for 46 now since coming off the DL with 10 extra base hits. Low and inside, ball 2.
Well, when you're locked in like Ryan is, he's seeing volleyballs.
Next home run will be number 10. And he gets a big swing at a curveball at 78. So the Nats box started with Zimmerman's leadoff double in the second. 1 out later. Ian Desmond homered over the short wall down the left field line. A couple of other hits since. 2 double play balls have been big for Brett Anderson to keep this a 2-0 game at least to this point.
Speaking of volleyballs, 6th inning, we haven't seen a beach ball in the field yet. What's up with that?
Dog days of summer. Everybody's getting tired. 3-2.
I mean, usually that's something you see twice a game here at Dodger Stadium.
Well, because of Zimmerman, Desmond, and Gio, they're not feeling real festive here right now. Big pitch. 2 on, nobody out. 3-2 coming.
Even though you have good speed on the bases, you don't want Ryan Zimmerman to expand his zone if you start the runners, and also with nobody out, there's always that risk of hitting into a triple play on a line out. So
Mercedes-Benz tracking the entire at bat here. Zimmerman into the left field corner. That came close to leaving the ballpark. 1 run will score. Harper pulls up at third. It's another double for Ryan Zimmerman, who has an 8-game RBI streak.
The fielder.
And he hit that ball about as hard as anything else he's hit lately.
I mean, when he's locked in, you're just wondering where the ball's going to go hard. This one, a curveball from Anderson. Short hops the fence in left field. So another good at bat from Ryan Zimmerman, and he's just in one of those grooves. We've seen it for however many years. When he's hot, there's nobody hotter.
Unstoppable. 8 in a row with at least 1 RBI. Nobody out. Runners at second and third, and here's Worth. Dodgers are walking their middle infielders in a bit. Now they stop about halfway. Jason looking for something to elevate, and with that in mind, Anderson down and away trying to get him to roll over a ground ball. 3 hits in a row. And Worth not biting on those pitches away.
The obvious thing about Ryan Zimmerman being hot is, yeah, the offense needs that. But now you have to pitch to Bryce Harper. If you got him that locked in, Bryce can see tons of pitches all of a sudden.
3 pitches away, and Worth works the count to 3-0.
You can't just walk Bryce Harper with Ryan Zimmerman locked like this. And if Jason Worth gets locked in, now what do you do?
Yeah, then the line's really moving. And then Desmond, who's come alive. Worth on 3-0, gashes one to center, and that is over the reach of Kike Hernandez. The Nats will lead 5-0 as Worth drives in 2. Single, double, and a big inning for the Nationals.
Single, double, animal style. Southern California, Jason Worth going double. I'm telling you, the offense is starting to click, folks. I know they got a few tough pitchers coming up the next few nights, but Worth figuring it out. Only his 40th game. Zimmerman's figured it out. So a couple of guys have been injured a lot, starting to lock in, and the lineup's looking a lot deeper all of a sudden.
Still nobody out. Here's Desmond. You know, he's licking his chops, and he tries to jump all over that first breaking pitch. Ian already 1 for 2 tonight with a 2-run homer.
If he starts doing his thing or keeps doing his thing, so much baseball to be played.
Worth, by the way, 18 RBIs now with those two. And look at Ian Desmond going the other way. This offense, a very impressive 6th inning. And the leash might start getting pretty short here for Brett Anderson. 1st and 3rd, nobody out on 5 straight hits.
I don't think Don Mattingly wants to go to his bullpen. I don't see anybody up in the Dodger pen. I mean,
they got to do something pretty quick, though.
They're thinking it over.
Unlike the Nats, the Dodgers have a 7-man bullpen. Nats have 8 right now. Rick Honeycutt's going to burn some time here. Crowd cheering, but there's no move to be made.
That's the Dodgers bullpen, Crickets. The Dodgers bullpen since the All-Star break, folks, has an ERA of 6.99. That's the highest in all of baseball, so that's why all those guys are hanging out in the shadows.
Jose Lobaton. 2 ground balls to short tonight. For the year, he's 1 for 11 right-handed. Just doesn't get that many ABs because Wilson Ramos is the right-handed guy. Infield is in now. Desmond takes off, and he swipes his 9th of the year with no problem. I might be talking about Ian Desmond for 2020 a month from now.
He cramp up right there?
I don't know how hard he hit the bag, or maybe a cramp. Matt Williams and Steve Gober coming out. Nats assistant trainer.
Let's check it out together. A little stumble right there, right? What, about first quarter of the way?
Yeah.
Keep an eye on Ian Desmond. Hope he's okay.
Lobaton takes a changeup that misses 2-0, and the Dodgers do have their bullpen busy now with right-hander Pedro Baez. Lobaton takes it 3-0.
And getting back to that ERA of the Dodgers bullpen, how do the Nats win this series? Well, obviously you got to win tonight. But against the 2 pitchers coming up, run up the pitch counts. Easier said than done, right?
Right.
Guys that you don't want to get to 2 strikes too, so you generally see aggressiveness against Greinke and Kershaw. But if you can get in that Dodgers bullpen tomorrow and Wednesday, that's how you beat these guys.
Well, Don Mattingly just got his right-hander Baez up. Here's Michael A. Taylor, one of the better hitters in the league with runners in scoring position. Bases loaded, nobody out, 3 runs in. And Taylor, the 7th Nat to bat in this inning. Now A.J. Ellis is going to waste some more time.
That's all he's doing.
Anderson very much in this game until this inning.
Been to a lot of trips at the mound, never once heard a catcher go, hey, I'm just out here to stall for time because you're done. They always, you know, hey, just let's go first pitch curveball here, change up. Just one time I would love for them, to be honest.
Taylor, big gap left center. Infield way in. And Michael A. goes up pumping. 47 RBIs for Michael. Breaking ball off speed. He's going to go out to right center with it. Worth will score. Ian Desmond will around third and go back. And now it's 6-0. And the line is moving and moving and moving. And the fans are really on Don Mattingly to get on the field and make a change.
Well, they are, because of what happened last night in Pittsburgh.
Here he comes.
And Jim Johnson had a rough night. Don Mattingly left him in, I thought, way too long to give up all the runs he gave up. And the natives restless here at Dodger Stadium. And the Nats knocked around Brett Anderson here tonight.
6 hits in the inning, 10 in 5+ innings. And this call to the bullpen for Pedro Baez, packaged by the UPS store. Your one-stop shop for all your small business needs. Let us handle your mailbox service needs. We love logistics. August 10th, 2 years ago, Jason Worth, the Nats at home against the Phillies, and that is hit number 1,000. The Nats would win it 8-5 as Worth would get a curtain call. Zach Miner, first pitch slider, gone. And a big moment for Jason Worth in his career. And the Nats, always a pleasure when it comes against your friends, the Phillies. Here's Pedro Baez.
Arsenal fastball 97. Slider 88, changeup 87. 32nd appearance, ERA nice at 2.48. Throws a lot of strikes, 40 strikeouts versus 8 walks. Opponents hitting 231.
27-year-old right-hander, only his 3rd year in professional baseball, at least in the U.S. of A. And he'll face Gio Gonzalez.
He's a strikeout guy. He's averaging 11 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Gio is looking for his 3rd RBI of the season. He better be ready, and he goes sliding out of there as his back foot gets him into the splits.
Don't get cheated, Gio Gonzalez, to a knee, and then laughs at himself. And I would love to be a fly on the wall down there and hear what he's saying, even though there's no walls.
Pedro Baez, only 3rd year as a pitcher, originally a position player. He can bring it, and Gio pops this thing up as high as the top deck at Dodger Stadium. That's a fair ball when caught. Infield fly rule was in effect, and A.J. Ellis pulling that thing in. Wow.
He was thinking one thing, grand slam. I'm telling you, the first hack and that hack. He doesn't have his yearly home run. He wanted it to be a big one. A little pat on the back from Randy Noir saying, "They swing it. Don't get cheated."
Escobar 0 for 1 career against Baez. And he's the 9th national to bat here in the 6th inning. Third base, Desmond. Base hit and a steal. Lobaton walk. Taylor the RBI single. And the Nats have already put 4 on the board here to lead 6-0. That's to the outer edge, a strike. Escobar 1 for 2, a single first inning, walk in the third, and then robbed of a single and maybe a whole lot more by Puig on that sliding catch last inning. Counts even. Changeup. Boy, that thing disappeared, didn't it? Looked like a strike for a while. Nissan pitch track.
Yeah, off of 97 too. 10 miles an hour slower.
Baez 9 innings, last 7 appearances without allowing a run. You can see why. 1-2. Ellis wanted that pitch up, and then he had to really reach out to get it. Two, and Escobar hits one up the middle to the bag. A 4-6-3. Escobar beats it, and the Nats lead 7-0. Looked like Peraza and Rollins might be able to turn it. They had a chat with each other there.
Well, they haven't worked together ever, and you see the difference. This one, Peraza probably should have taken himself. Whenever you're this close to the bag, just run over, step on it. And I think that's what Jimmy Rollins thought, but two guys that have never turned double plays together really didn't know the difference. Look how close he is. His momentum's taking him to the bag.
RBI for Escobar, his 34th. Anthony Rendon started all of this with a base hit to left.
You know, even though they've never worked together, if you communicate there, you turn the double play. And it's as simple as take it, take it, take it. And that's all Jimmy Rollins really had to say on that, and he would have. Or I got it, I got it, I got it if you're Peraza.
Look at that cutter at 98, moving away from the right-handed batter.
There's lots of cut to that 98, isn't there?
Yeah.
Kenley Jansen effect on the rest of the bullpen.
Seemingly rising, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball blows it by him at 98. Big inning for the Nats. 10 bat, 5 score, and it's 7-0. Get ready for next season. If you're a season plan holder, you can renew your plans for 2016. Do it by August 31st. Secure extra playoff tickets this year. Nationals.com/renew for all your renewal and postseason ticket details. Gio back to work, bottom of the 6th. High fastball to Yasiel Puig, who's 0 for 2.
Really broke him down last time with a 2-strike curveball. Kind of a weird swing.
Out to short, Desmond to his left, and from right behind the bag throws him out. And the efficiency of Gio Gonzalez continues to be very impressive. And yeah, you might say it's 7-0. He was doing this when it was 2-0 for about 4 innings.
I might say it's 7-0.
I like the sound of that, actually.
You just want to say it. I like it. I might say he's the Nats' best pitcher as we speak.
Again, here's Scott Van Slyke. 2 balls in the air tonight, 1 to right, 1 to center.
I'm really excited for Steven Strasburg's next start. Kind of build on what he did against a really good hitting Rockies team. Because if he can lock in for a month and a half,
yeah,
Gio can stay locked. You have a feeling that Jordan is going to do what he can do. No worries about Max Scherzer. Now all of a sudden you start to see what you've been waiting to see for 5 months.
And young Mr. Ross just keep doing what he's been doing.
Yeah, I didn't talk about him because he just throws strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Van Slyke. And Gio has that fastball just run away on him, 3-2.
And you kind of see what Don Mattingly's thought process is for this series. Okay, we got in at 5 in the morning. I'm rested my horses. I got my big guys going game 2 and 3.
How about that? 93 right on the edge. Van Slyke kind of made a half-hearted move toward first. Dale Scott is one of the slower umpires, at least visually, with strike calls. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
Well, Gio's been throwing strikes all night. This one was a little bit questionable, but Jose Lobaton again with the framework behind the plate. Gets a called third, and that's, to me, been the whole difference in Gio Gonzalez. The guy catching the baseball right now. The calming influence. And Gio Gonzalez needs to put Jose Lobaton in his suitcase the rest of his career. They are becoming best friends, and you can kind of see why.
Interesting. This is where you might open up the newspaper or go online the next day, and the reporter says he scattered hits. The Dodgers have 5 hits tonight, 1 per inning. And Gio looking for his first 1, 2, 3. But scattered is a great term because the pitcher just not allowing them to string anything together. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the ball well hit to left. Worth going back. They'll play the carom. Strong throw to second, but it's offline. And Kike Hernandez is in there with the Dodgers' 6th hit of the night. 1 in every inning.
2 out hit in the second, 2 out hit in the third, 2 out hit in the fourth, and now a 2 out here in the 6th.
Going to bring in Alberto Callaspo.
The point I was trying to make about Van Carp is that as a manager, you're never going to say it publicly, but you're thinking, I'm winning games 2 and 3 of this series. I was dealt a tough hand with the ESPN Sunday Night Baseball game. I have my aces going on Tuesday and Wednesday. So what am I going to do? I'm going to rest all my regulars and make sure everybody's fresh behind Greinke, behind Kershaw for games 2 and 3. He'll never say publicly he didn't care if he wins this game tonight, but based on the lineup he put out there and what's going to transpire the next 2 days, I guess the best way to say is if he won tonight, it was a bonus.
Right.
And that had to be his thinking when you see the lineup.
Well, and you accomplish something else as well, FP. You give your guys a badly needed day off. I mean, we're approaching the middle of August, and all those guys you talked about have been grinding it out for him all season long.
I mean, honestly,
big picture.
It takes a lot of fortitude, I guess is the word I'm looking for, after you got swept in Pittsburgh to do this here tonight.
Yeah.
Most managers would chase a W after getting swept on the road, coming home late, and Don Mattingly looks like he's looking ahead to games 2 and 3.
Yeah. Two balls, one strike. And a ball pulled to the left side. Escobar, he'll just roll around and hold it. Didn't want to venture a throw on his back to first base. And now the Dodgers have a pair of 2-out hits.
Well, he's so banged up from all the times he's been hit at the plate. When you dive this late in the season and tumble like he did, there's scabs everywhere, there's bruises everywhere, and he got up slow after the great effort to save Gio Gonzalez an earned run. Yeah, there's... I'm telling you get to August, you got scabs on your knees, scabs on your hips, scabs on your elbows, and every time you hit the dirt, something breaks.
Alex Guerrero, base hit up the middle in the second. Ground ball to Escobar to end the fourth. Great curveball. Threw one that missed and then threw one of his better ones of the night.
Pitch number 78 coming, 51 of those strikes.
And the hitter able to lay off 93 upstairs.
Haven't seen too many changeups from Gio tonight. It's pretty much been fastball, curveball.
There's 85 on the change. Giovanni talking to himself. 2-2 pitch. And a ball launched, well foul, by Guerrero, who's hit 11 home runs.
He knew it was foul. He was hoping it wouldn't hook, but it hooked.
Target in. And he hits one right off his hands. Down to Escobar. Goes to second. Close play and out. Gio Gonzalez continues to shut out the Dodgers. Harper, Zimmerman, Worth coming up. There's our Honda do up for the Nats, top of the 7th. So in August, Bryce Harper hitting .382, Ryan Zimmerman .375, driving the ball everywhere, and then Jason Worth. Big hit last time up that really opened up this game, as the Nats got it to 5-0 on his double. So here's Bryce against Baez. They've met once, and it was a strikeout. .96, and that one was running away from Harper, not the cutter. Could be interesting if you see a fastball cut to the inside corner and what Bryce might be able to do with that. A.J. Ellis slides inside. That is 96 with a little fade again. How about this now? 36 of 37 games on base with a single tonight. And only 8 games all year he has not been on.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
Man, Bryce also has a 10-game hitting streak. There's so many numbers to talk about with Harper. Some get overlooked until, hey, that's a 10-game streak. Leads the Nats with 120 hits. So a pitch up and the strikeout. 2 in a row for Pedro Baez. Let's go inside the numbers with Jeep. Since they've come back, these friends, including tonight, have done some damage. Anthony collecting some base hits. He'll be driving it. Worth has started to drive the ball, and Ryan Zimmerman is using the entire stadium.
Jason Worth's 182 is heading north. Ryan Zimmerman's 340 is heading norther.
2 for 3, pair of doubles tonight. 2 runs and his 45th RBI.
Norther's a word, kids. Trust me. And if you're still up, tell your teachers tomorrow morning. Yep, Norther. Check out the picker.
Nice. He's already won a Gold Glove, huh?
School back in session, or I just whiff on that too?
In some areas it is.
Really?
I think mostly college kids are back. But
baseball world, I don't know what day it is, what month it is. Just know there's a game at 7.
Ooh, Zim got a fastball outer half. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Impressed with the number of Nats fans here tonight. Such a good traveling posse everywhere we go.
Unreachable with that kind of velocity. 3 Ks in a row, and let's have some Geico highlights.
Well, Ryan Zimmerman in the 2nd inning got the run scoring barrage started with a double. And Jason Worth in the 6th scored a few. Ryan Zimmerman kind of gingerly crossing home plate.
Yeah, so the big boys teamed up like they did yesterday with the back-to-back homers. 3 RBIs between Zimmerman and Worth. And Baez helping out his manager right now and his bullpen by pumping strikes in a what they call mop-up situation, down by 7. He's retired 5 batters in a row. One was an RBI fielder's choice from Escobar. And Worth will rocket one back right below us.
Heads up, Vin. That was right at Mr. Scully.
Yeah, we have to remember when we go on the road, we are in foul ball territory again.
Yep.
Everybody trying to get to that high heater.
I'm telling you, this is where the concentration starts to waver a little bit when you head west. It's sleepy time, trust me.
It is sleepy time for some bats against that fastball. So our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. Isn't it great the way Hollywood welcomes Masson and the Nats to L.A. 7th inning stretch. It's all Washington.
Curveball right there to Puig. That was nasty. That was a big one to Jimmy Rollins with a runner on third, less than 2 outs. And Jose Lobaton with the Rembrandt frame job back there for strike 3. $37 donation by DC area Toyota dealers to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by an Nats pitcher this season.
Good looking line score, huh? 7-10-0 Nats, 0-7-0 Dodgers. A.J. Ellis, bottom of the 7th, and then Jock Peterson hitting for Baez, and then Jimmy Rollins. Gio, 91, misses outside. There is a probable Rookie of the Year. That's on the edge. 1-1. A.J. Ellis 1 for 2 tonight. And Gio just drops it right in there at 92. He's pitched some right-handers off the plate inside very well. That one upstairs, counts even. Making his 201st start. Gio Gonzalez looking for career win number 89. Breaking ball misses, 3-2. Target in. And a ball out over the plate. Popped up to Bryce Harper. Gio keeps on rolling.
Visit the Fitz this summer for great baseball and affordable family fun. For all your ticket and promotional information, visit PotomacNationals.com.
So after Peterson hits, J.P. Howell, the left-hander, will be next for the Dodgers.
The only reason, Carp, I'm kind of balking on the Peterson for Rookie of the Year thing is he's hitting 222.
Yeah.
Hasn't hit a home run since the All-Star. Well, he's hit 1 home run, since the All-Star break. 21, 43 RBI, 18 doubles, 1 triple. Numbers not to sneeze at, but I still think that average has to be like in the 260, 270 range with those numbers to garner a Rookie of the Year. He's been struggling lately.
Matt Duffy of the Giants, the only guy over 300 at 307. Peterson leads in home runs among rookies, 5th in RBIs.
Tell you what, there are a lot of guys scuffling around that home run derby. No one's going to want to be in it. It's going to be like the NBA dunk contest pretty soon. You have guys with 4 home runs in the home run derby. And they're going to do it from second base.
By the way, Chris Bryant, good power numbers, but he's not hitting in the top 10. 250, 260 range.
Todd Frazier really struggled after that. Jock Peterson struggled. Bryce Harper might be the smartest guy on the planet for not being in that.
Wow, 93. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nissan will track some gas right here.
Not getting cheated is Jock Peterson right here. Just swung out of his helmet. Just like the sound effect.
What was that again? Like a whoosh. And there's another 94. 2 outs. Gio Gonzalez, 4th K of the night. One of the reasons the pitch count is really reasonable. Good control and not that many Ks.
Now really getting on top of the fastball. You saw the replay right there. On top, out in front. Peterson took a little out of the swing with 2 strikes, but couldn't catch up. I have to take him to every game for the rest of the season, I think, if he keeps doing this. I'll be his personal Uber.
All right, I'll take the bus. It's all right.
I'll tell you this.
I understand.
He's not a very good tipper. I brought it. Yeah, you Lobatone either, Jose. Nothing. Mass and Dan and I brought these guys to the yard today. Nothing. No tip, bud. You got me.
I've been known to buy a tank of gas for free rides here and there. I did see Coco reach into his billfold last week.
No, you didn't. No,
pterodactyls flew out.
No, you did not. You didn't even see him to reach in for pterodactyls to fly out. Moths, nothing. He has kangaroo arms when it comes to getting a check.
Big pocket, short arms. We love our Mass and Dan.
Tyrannosaurus Rex arms when the check comes.
That's a fastball. Lobatone tried to snap it up into the zone. Dale Scott didn't bite on that one, and the count's 1-2.
Good frame. Maybe a little too much frameage.
That one bounces. Not much to do with that except keep the umpire from getting hurt, and they appreciate that.
Gio kind of getting his shoulder loose after that one.
Totally overmatching Jimmy Rollins. 2 Ks, Gio 5 through 7, and spinning a 7-hit shutout.
Catcher number 59.
Great night for the Nats and their fans. Look at the scorecard, check out the program, and see that it's 7-0. Jock Peterson stays in, plays center field. That will move Kike Hernandez to short for Jimmy Rollins. So the pitcher will be batting first, and that's the left-hander, J.P. Howell, 32-year-old veteran, third year with the Dodgers, and he was busy. Last 2 years, 135 games combined out of their bullpen.
Fastball, curveball, occasional change. Fastball 87. And 44th appearance. He must have needed some work in a 7-0 game, because usually he's an ahead guy for Don Mattingly with that 1.11 ERA of his.
Turns one over. Ian Desmond not biting. Ian against him, career 0 for 1 with a walk. And another good night for the Nats shortstop. 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. Power and speed, a homer and a stolen base. There's that 86 dropping in there.
Last game was Friday at Pittsburgh, where it looks like he faced a one-hitter.
3-1. Desmond jacks another one to left. See you later. Well up into the bleachers. Second of the night, 14th of the year, and the RBI total reaches 40. Another hitter locked in.
Third hit of the night for Desmond. 2 homers, a stolen base. And offense is cool. 8-0 Nats.
Just crushing the ball. There's Lobaton, goes the other way. I don't know if Grayson, Cruz, and Ashton are still awake at this hour, but Dad's having a big night on the West Coast. 3 for 4. Nasty breaking ball. Lobaton swings over it, and the count 0-2.
Tell you what, same goes for this ball club as I said about Steven Strasburg the other night. You know, he has a good 7 or 8 starts to finish the year. Nobody remembers what happened early in the season with his struggles, his injuries, the DL. And with this ball club, same way. Do you think people in San Francisco and Kansas City remembered their struggles earlier through the season? It's all they remember is all the fun they had down the stretch and all the fun they had in October. And this team has a chance to do something similar. There's different routes, there's different avenues to get to where you want to go. And I think we've all seen that comfortable lead is really overrated. So they're going to grind. We'll grind with them, and let's see how this thing plays out.
Might be surprised to know that's only Ian Desmond's second career 2-homer game. So almost 5 years ago, August 11th, 2010, against the Marlins. The Lobaton strikes out.
I'm going first on this one.
Okay.
You're ahead 5-4. I'm going to say 103.
I'm going to go 105.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
That's wow.
08.
You're at 64. And it's not making me happy.
It's all about the team, FP. It's 8-0. Be happy. Here's Taylor.
Yeah, the hit speed thing.
You can see where Howell kind of goes flying toward the third base dugout, and then the arm flies out the other way, and that changeup moving away from a right-handed batter. Michael A. Taylor, by the way, a good night as well. 2 for 3, 2 singles, a run batted in, and then a curveball gets him for a strike 2. Gio on deck, by the way. Stone 97 pitches in 7 great innings. Coming off his first 1-2-3 of the night. Taylor is 3 for 4.
Well, if he can get his average up, it looks like he's going to be playing the rest of the way in center field based on what you're hearing about Denard Span. He has more RBI than Jock Peterson. Peterson was 43. Michael Taylor was 46. 10 home runs. You get that average up to 260, 270. All the stolen bases. What does he have? 14 stolen bases?
He has 14 out of 17.
47. I forgot about the RBI tonight. Sorry, Michael A.
Well, 48 because he picked one up while the Nats were flying out here, remember?
That's right.
I mean, he's piling up RBIs.
I mean, when you're getting RBIs on the plane.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's Rookie of the Year stuff for me.
Yeah.
I think we should start talking about that a little bit more as this thing moves into September.
We'll put our center fielder against your center fielder. See how it all shakes out.
3 hits tonight. Scoreboard says 243.
And Gio, of course, not bunting in this situation.
I say watch a few go by personally. I don't think he has it in him, but there's no need to swing here as he kind of stretches out. Bullpen crickets. Sweatshirts on.
He didn't stop, and that's 2 outs. Have a seat, Gio. Get a breather. 8th inning coming up shortly for you. And the top of the order, Escobar with 2 outs.
Number 5.
Time for a T-Mobile fan photo. Stacy Pepper. Red Pepper 0728. I love it. Let's go Nats. A curly W on the whiteboard. Hashtag Nats Couch Cam, and you just might be like Stacy Pepper and see yourself in an 8-0 game at 1 in the morning. That's brought to you by T-Mobile.
You must be vigilant. You never know when. Escobar 1 for 3, a base on balls. RBI grounder. Eight runs on 12 hits. And Escobar eyeing that one all the way in. Ian Desmond, 9 total bases tonight. 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and a stolen base. Escobar takes it away, 3-0. On the edge. I would imagine there are a lot of tail lights lighting up the night in the parking lot right now. 45,722 the announced attendance.
I'm all for that. Getting out of here can be tricky.
Payoff pitch. Taylor on the move here with 2 outs. Escobar will serve one into right center. That ball will drop in front of Yasiel Puig. He'll gun it to third. They let it go through, but it's offline. And Taylor to third. A 2-hit night for Yunel Escobar.
All right, 2 for 3 with a walk. Look at that, just serving it to right. Stayed on the curveball nice. Yunel Escobar, professional hitter with his 2nd knock of the night. And the average at 309 with a 2-fer.
Taillights.
Got here in the 3rd, leaving in the 7th.
Here's Anthony Rendon, who's been on twice. A walk, a single, a run. Swinging a foul, and it took until the top of the 8th to get a beach ball on the field and left.
There it is. I had the 8th in the pool.
Sure you did.
I did. There it is. And it's a volleyball beach ball. Just tying it all together. Over under on how many times that happens in 3 games. I'm going to set it at 4.
Okay. I'm going to go 5.
All right, so they're taking the over.
Because I think they'll be in a better mood when this isn't happening. 8-0. Rendon off to the right side. Ballpark will be jumping tomorrow night and Wednesday. Joe Ross and Zach Greinke tomorrow. Jordan Zimmerman, Clayton Kershaw Wednesday. First and third, 2 outs here in the 8th. And Rendon stopping. Full count.
J.P. Howell wanted that one. He thought that was strike 3. Went with the changeup. Everything away in the sequence. Kind of pulled that one across. It was in.
Runner going at first. Rendon rips one to center. Peterson going back, tracking it, and he's got it as he slams into the 395 mark out there. Well played by Jock Peterson, but he and Desmond hit one nobody could catch. Look at that baby fly into the bleachers. Desmond, big night, and the Nats as well. Tough guy to hit. Unbelievable numbers. 171 ERA. Beat the Nats earlier right after the All-Star break, and Joe Ross won his last start against the D-backs, so run in 6 innings. Johnny and Ray from the studio, 9:30 Nats Extra tomorrow night. We'll join you at 10 o'clock straight up from Dodger Stadium. Bottom of the 8th for Gio.
He's liking working with Jose Lobaton. Some guys you just click with. It's not really a knock on the other guy. It just happens.
Right.
Certain makeups of the players, the way they discuss things, the way they mesh off the field.
Gio just drills 90 in there against Jose Peraza, making his major league debut tonight. Triple his second time up on a ball that bounced in front of Bryce Harper. Bryce made a great diving attempt. It got behind him, and the speedy rookie went to third base.
Chad Kruger used to catch Chan-Ho Park here in Los Angeles. He was his personal catcher, and Chan-Ho was a very excitable guy. When he would take the mound, one little thing would determine his outing either way.
Ryan Zimmerman over to have a look. It's coming back, but not enough. These are some of the biggest, widest dugouts in baseball. So it hit on the floor of the dugout, went up into the seats. Oh, it's Tyler Moore. All right. Ryan Zimmerman gets off of his feet, and that's a good thing for the rest of the night.
Some guys are better counselors. Some guys just work better together. It's like having a coach that you kind of click with, and you really can't put a finger on it.
Right. 2-2 pitch.
But I think Gio's along those lines where we've seen he's very excitable, where one thing can kind of rattle him for a few hitters, maybe an inning at a time. And I think the comfort that he has with Jose Lobaton is the most important aspect of the whole deal.
Out of play, right side. Gio has gone 7 innings for the 5th time this year. If he gets one more out, we'd like to see him get a few more than that. It'll be his longest outing of the season. And he'll walk his first guy leading off the 8th. .110 strikeouts on the year. That was walk number 45. Nats stingier than the Mets when it comes to giving up the base on balls.
Little action.
Creatures are stirring. Here's Yasiel Puig 0 for 3. 2 grounders, a strikeout. And Gio still throwing the ball by guys in the 8th inning. 93 with movement. And he drills that one in there at 91.
So 111 pitches, the most he's thrown this year, I'm seeing. May 2nd at New York.
Yeah, one of his 7-inning outings this year. And Puig a little late for that one.
Getting there.
95 last time out.
But there's been no high stress in this ball game at all for Gio Gonzalez. The leadoff double and the sac bunt in the 5th by A.J. Ellis and Brett Anderson is the only, when he had to go against Jimmy Rollins, the only time he had to really accelerate.
Big curveball. This will be out of play. To a big, strong right-handed batter, Tanner Roark, up in the Nats bullpen. Swing and a miss on 94 away. 6th strikeout for Gio, and now his longest outing of the season.
There's everything in the strike zone. Just pounding it, aggressive all night long. Up 8-0. Why wouldn't you? And Puig might have been thinking about a curveball based on that tardy swing.
Here's Van Slyke. 2 fly balls, a called 3rd strike last time up.
Now this is the start the Nats have been looking for from their staff. A pair of 4-1 leads slipped away against the Rockies. Matt Williams has to be loving what he's seeing from Gio Gonzalez here tonight.
Right in on the hands of Scott Van Slyke. Back to the screen, 0-2.
And no excuses in baseball. Fans don't want to hear that, but you're seeing some tired swings and some approaches from Dodgers hitters tonight that are, I would say, not the greatest concentration based on their travel.
And the 0-2 to right. Bryce started back, has to come in, and he makes a diving, reaching catch to his left for the second out.
See, that's a veteran move by Bryce Harper. That's how you make all the highlight reels. You break back on a ball, and then you come in and make the diving catch. Nobody's going to show the fact that he took 2 steps toward the fence on that. It's all they're going to show is this part right here and say, what a play by Bryce Harper. That's what veterans do. That's how you get on the highlight reel. Take a few false steps, make a diving play, boom, web gem. Thanks for coming.
Here's Kike Hernandez, who doubled off the left center field wall last time. And Gio misses low with 2 outs here in the 8th. There's a changeup at 85.
There's a season high 114 pitches for Gio Gonzalez. It's not the number so much as he's really had no stress here tonight. Been cruising.
Only 1 inning did the Dodgers have more than a runner, and that was back in the 6th. The double by Hernandez and the single by Callaspo with 2 outs. Just for reference, in his career, Gio has thrown 4 complete games, 2 of those shutouts. You kind of figure when this inning is over, Tanner Roark might carry the mail the rest of the way. A lot of pitches now. 2-1. Going with the changeup. On a pitch up, a high fly ball to right. Bryce Harper. We go to the 9th, and tomorrow Joe Ross and Wilson Ramos will be begging FP for a ride to the park. To Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Handshakes, pats on the back,
hugs. Even though Dan Hugla's not here.
That is well done by Gio Gonzalez tonight. I don't care what kind of major league lineup you're facing. So our game summary, Ryan Zimmerman continues to sizzle. Ian Desmond is cooking right behind him too, with Worth in the middle doing some damage. And then of course Gio sets the tone for the night. Don't forget, he pitched tonight 5 innings when it was 2-0. And then it was busted open. Here's Kenley Jansen mopping things up. The Dodgers closer, who has 21 saves in 22 attempts this year. And Bryce Harper is 2 for 3 career against him with a home run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Ellis wants the pitch up. 93 by Bryce.
Jose Lobaton, Gio Gonzalez. These guys are close. Appreciative.
And Bryce able to hold up on 0-2. Harper tonight 1 for 4, single and a run. And Gio feeling good. This will be his 9th win of the year. 89th of his career. And Harper off to the left side.
Dominant. I mean, he's pitching like he did in 2012. What, he finished 3rd in the Cy Young that year?
Yep. And Bryce laying off that nasty hook into the dirt. Now it's Doug Fister for the 9th. We saw Doug warm up, but did not come into a relief appearance at the end of the homestand. So this would be a new venture for him. Harper on a fastball way upstairs. No way to reach that.
So Ian Desmond having one heck of a night here in Dodger Stadium, starting off the West Coast swing in style. First time up, homer. Last time up, homer. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, a stolen base.
Yeah, we've double checked it. We've triple checked it. Only the 2nd time in his career more than 1 homer in a game. That is hard to believe.
It is.
Here's Tyler Moore. Kenley Jansen gets one by him. Tyler against this big right-hander, 0 for 2 career.
Did you get your Dodger dog yet?
What do you think?
Of course.
Fought off a couple of remnants during the play-by-play of the last just a little snack in between innings. Late night here. Probably another one to go home on.
There you go.
0-2 and inside, cutting its way but still staying in there.
Good luck at 2 in the morning, by the way.
Sleep like a baby. Tyler Moore taking that ball. It's seemingly right out of A.J. Ellis' glove. So the Nats in line to stay a game and a half back of the Mets, who earlier tonight beat the Rockies in New York. Last road win was in Miami 2 series ago. And Tyler Moore strikes out on that cut fastball.
You know, a 5-5 West Coast swing isn't the worst thing in the world. When you talk about a team that's played under 500 on the road and the tough pitchers they're going to face with Bumgarner, Greinke, Kershaw. The one thing, you just want to avoid disaster when you come out here. And it's getting off on the right foot. 5-5, 6-4 would be amazing.
You know, coming out here mid to late August when you're in a pennant race can be risky business.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it depends on the time of the year, too.
Well, I remember last year when they came out here and played the Dodgers, everyone was saying it was a measuring stick for the Nats. And I was saying, no, it's a measuring stick for these guys to see how they face up against the Nats, and they had a good trip. This year, there's no measuring sticks at all. It's about winning any way you can.
Yeah. And the Nats were coming here last year off that really impressive series up in Seattle when they took a pitcher's ballpark at Safeco and made it look pretty small.
Right.
Jason Worth 1 for 4, 2-run double tonight. Man, you think that thing's inside, and then there it goes. Right over the inside edge. So file some of those away for later in the series against Kenley Jansen. Well, this will be a bit of an unusual sight, and that's Doug Fister coming out of the bullpen to make an appearance in the 9th inning of this game. And by the way, FP, in his big league career, Doug Fister has made 3 other relief appearances.
Yeah, change his number. Gave it to Jonathan Papelbon. Now he's a relief pitcher. So the Arsenal fastball, slider, curveball change. Fastball averaging 86 miles an hour. And Clint Robinson jumps into right field.
Yeah, Bryce just hit, so probably a double switch. Robinson in the number 9 spot. Alberto Callaspo first up.
Dan Uggla is here. I thought maybe because he was on the DL, he wasn't. So there was even more hugs in the dugout, obviously. He's a good guy to have around. He helps all these guys in the clubhouse. Always positive. Always teaching, giving advice. Sort of the Mark DeRosa of this year.
Good call. And that's it. I mean, Doug Fister just disposes of Alberto Callaspo, who had seen Doug 22 times in their careers with 8 hits, 1 out.
Alex Guerrero.
Anybody nodding off on the Dodger bench?
Here's Guerrero. And he faces Doug Fister for the first time.
You're playing on Sunday Night Baseball at the 8 o'clock start on the East Coast, and you'll like it.
Yeah, that's rough.
We've seen it a few times this year. The effect it's had on the Nationals obviously had an effect on the Dodgers here tonight, their lineup and their approach. You know, the Giants have had some East Coast ESPN Sunday night games where they came back home and scuffled. It has to be changed. Sorry.
Fister drops in 79. There's the old Expo, Tim Wallach, next to Don Mattingly there. They haven't lost 4 in a row in 2 years. Nearly. And Doug Fister gets a ground ball out to Ian Desmond. A little in between hop. Low throw, and Tyler Moore had it for a moment. And then he drops it, and they'll probably give the error to Desmond on the one hopper.
It got a little bit weird when he fielded it right there, but he secures it, takes his time, and kind of holds on to it. It took too long. Tyler Moore tried to pick him up.
E6 the rule. And here's A.J. Ellis. Three for 6 on his career against Doug Fister. Runner going, defensive indifference. And down to second base, Alex Guerrero. Doug's ball moving all over the place tonight.
Gotta be weird for him coming into a game. Like you said, not too many relief appearances for Fister. Kind of a whole new world.
And a strike with 86. It's 3-1. Walked him. Jock Peterson next.
Center fielder, number 31, Jock Peterson.
Real important for Doug to keep the ball down to Peterson. Very aggressive early in the count. He's going to be bailing and wailing here. He's thinking one thing, 8-3.
These two matching up for the first time. That's cued right off the end of the barrel.
I mean, you hate to put so much pressure on a rookie, but if the Dodgers are going to win the West, Jock Peterson's going to have to be a big part of it.
Yeah. When you look at their lineup, I mean, Jimmy Rollins is a switch hitter, but if you can throw some left-handed pitching at these guys, they are such a left-handed team with their best guys, and that is right in there. Peterson knew it. Doug Fister with a swing back 87 for the strikeout.
Yeah, he's got good run, good sink on his Fastball tonight, runs this one right back. And Jock Peterson thought he had the night off, came off the bench. Made a nice play in center field, but had to wear a few strikeouts.
Carl Crawford's going to get an AB here in the pitcher's spot, which is the leadoff in the Dodger lineup. Crawford career 4 for 10 against Doug Fister, and strike one. Eric giving up on that fastball, and he keeps running back out over. Later today, for those of you way east of us, that's Dodgers Game 2. Joe Ross, Zach Greinke. Tuesday night, swinging a foul straight back.
Fastball's got a little zip to it tonight, 88. That's where he sat all last year, 88 to 90. Really hasn't been in the 90-mile-an-hour range in the 2015 season.
1-2 pitch. Crawford turning like the ball was going to hit him. And then again, running back. Crawford losing one. First career home run against Doug Fister, and that was quite a clout.
Boy, guessed in and got it. He saw what Doug Fister did to Jock Peterson. He saw what he tried to do to the previous pitch, run it back, and he said, you know what, he's going right back in there. I'm guessing fastball in, and he got it.
Jose Peraza next. So the error extends the inning, and it's 8-3. Peraza 1 for 3 with a walk in his major league debut, and Doug Fister misses low and away. That runs back for a strike. Swing and a miss. A good throw to first, and this one's over. And the Nats take game 1 from the Dodgers, 8-3.
Well, the bats were alive tonight. Ian Desmond with 2 home runs. Ryan Zimmerman with a couple of doubles. 3-run 6th inning. But the story was Gio Gonzalez. 5-0 in his last 8 starts, and the ERA went down below where it was tonight. He had a 1.77 his last 7 coming in. He was spectacular.
So Doug Fister gets 3 strikeouts, gives up 3 unearned runs, and the Nats get a badly needed road win before they face Greinke and Kershaw in LA the next 2 nights. Tomorrow night, 9:30, Johnny and Ray. This has been a presentation of Massa Now. Stay tuned. The boys are straight ahead with Nats Extra postgame. See you later.